Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the 1 hour a day city skylines build in the town of Lifström. I am your host, Insane Mayor and Builder Zerberus. And yeah, last episode we put in this oil area. I think the first thing we're going to do, I have an idea how to slightly rework the traffic here. I'm not entirely stoked on what we have, but I think we can fix that really easily with Traffic Manager. And I think then we're probably gonna go hunting for some of our other industries. Oh, that's right. We're probably still waiting on our first flood from back there, aren't we? Well, we'll find out soon enough. So I'll just crack open a beer, and we can get to it. Cheers. That hit the spot. So, mouse, where are you? Right there. So, first thing we do, obviously, we start the game running again. That's obviously not where we want to be. This is where we want to go. Because we're having cross-traffic issues here. And that's actually what's causing this to be so inefficient right now. So, I have an idea how we can even actually just go down to 4-lane roads while still not having any significant issues here. 4-lane with a median for an industrial area, that kind of makes sense. Although we'll go with the medium industry road. I mean, it says industry, so. Game, you know we have anarchy. Don't get in the way. You know I'm an anarchist. Everyone knows I'm an anarchist. No, I'm kidding. So, and now what we're actually going to do, we're going to set these up with, what was it, Shift S, I think? So it's not going to work that way. So we're really actually going to have to go and set up, oops, sorry about that, and set up each lane really the way it needs to be. And these are both going to go through. That's the plan here, so that we don't get them turning off into here. And then when we're done with that, we'll go in and set our, what was I going to say? Yeah, we'll set the lane exceptions to these outside lanes, so that the only people that are in here on this right lane to turn off are going to be people that are legitimately trying to, what's the word I'm looking for? You know what? I think we do want the 6 lane, actually. Okay, so, game, you may have convinced me. 6 lane with median, 6 lane with median. There was a 6 lane with median. That much I know. Because there were definitely 6 lanes. Oh, wait a sec, those are these, that's right. No, we don't want the 8 lane. Yeah, 6 lane with median. That's the one we had, and we're actually going to use that again. Okay. So, just wasted a little bit of time and taxpayer money, but hey, what is the mayor good for if not wasting taxpayer money? I mean, come on. I want to be a good mayor. Good mayors waste money. So, and now we'll see if we can't. No, we still can't do that. Wait a sec. You know what we want? Let's just, we'll just keep it running, and we'll just downgrade the roads again. Or do we have an asymmetrical? We do have a 6 lane asymmetrical. That may be what we're looking for long term. I'm actually surprised that that's in with the 4 lanes. That's okay. No, we'll try that 4-lane industry road again. Yeah, anarchy. And more anarchy, and more anarchy, and more anarchy, and more anarchy, and we'll just anarchy the whole thing in and screw you. Okay, then we will actually have to do this manual setup, whether we want to or not. Everybody coming off of these comes into this lane. Shouldn't cause too much coming up. Obviously this one goes straight. This one goes that way. This one goes straight. Both of these go here. And this one goes here and here. And now we do... Oh, that's right. I have a ban on the outside lanes, don't I? No, I don't. So that's legitimately not the issue. Well, we may actually have to go with the 6-lane road after. You know what? That will probably make the most sense, because then... Well, will we still get the merging? That's the question. Yeah, as dumb as it sounds, we're going to need... Well, we're going to want... This will work here. But starting here, we're going to want that asymmetric 5-lane road, actually. No, not Shift A. That is the correct way. That is also the correct way. Oh, that's actually 2 and 4? Well, we don't need 2 and 4. We actually only wanted 2 and 3. In fact, here can be... Exactly, here it can merge down into the 4-lane with median again. Where was that? Just a standard 4-lane road with a median. Thank you. Okay, now we're getting somewhere, I think. Obviously, we're going to go with that one and that one, because they can choose their lane coming off the roundabout, so there's no real reason for them not to have chosen it a long time ago. Yeah, here we're obviously going to get merging here. That's on purpose. But what we don't need to work banned pedestrian traffic. This is an industrial area. There shouldn't really be much pedestrian traffic. 1, 2, 3. You can turn off. You can come on. You just go through. So you can choose either of those lanes. You can also choose either of those lanes. You can come off to there. You can come off to there, and you can go through. You can go through, and you can go through. You know what? I think we don't want that, and I think we don't want that. No, we do want that. We don't want that. That's the way it needs to work. So, let me just... There. Get a little bit more of the chat in view. There isn't even actually anyone in there right now, but you never know. So, and then we've got this one here, this one here. You go through. You can go there or there, and you can go there. You can go there. Here we already had it set up, so now what we want to do, well, we don't really want or need to ban traffic on the outside lanes, because most of them are still trying to merge into these lanes. Oh yeah, that's right, but we now, yeah, now I'm getting where I mentally where I need to be. Shift. Banned on the outside lanes unless making a pickup. We can turn off anarchy while we're at it. Same here. Banned on the outside lanes unless making a pickup. Is there really that much traffic that wants to go through to the top that we almost need? Because back here it's really getting gummy. Well, you know what? There's actually... Exactly, they can choose their lane. Wait a sec, no, they can't choose their lane. Or can they? Well, they don't have to. That's right. You know what? I think we may actually do this a little bit differently. Because what we're also doing now is gumming up the roundabout. This is really overall not looking nice. Even though they have their own highway, there's 2 lanes in. Traffic in isn't really a problem either, but the problem is that traffic in has to come all the way down here, and that's where it can finally turn around. And so it always, all the traffic fills up everywhere here. We need a different solution. We may be able to take some of the outgoing traffic off. By adding a highway ramp. Where are the... Oh, that's why, because I clicked on intersections. I'm like, hey, what kind of weird highways are these? Eye candy, please. Thank you. So, the idea is we'll go from here. Just have a little highway road running back along through here. That we'll let connect up here. And they'll also be able to connect there. So they can still make U-turns, but if they really want to, they can also just go straight out. Let's see if that doesn't help a little bit. It probably won't. This is probably going to have almost no effect. Although it will have the advantage of at least some of the outbound traffic just not even having to care about that main... okay. That is... like, whoa. That's an instant improvement, actually. Except up here, of course, because we never flared this one up, so they're all getting in each other's way. But traffic manager, we can change that. Yeah, that just basically degummed everything, didn't it? So we'll actually go so far, just because that is apparently actually a legitimate thing that they need and want in some way, shape, or form. Oh, that's why, because... So, and now, that should take basically everybody who just wants to get out. They can just completely bypass the entire internal system. So it doesn't matter if they've got raw materials and they're going straight to export, or if they've got something from here that's going straight to export, or if it's something from here that's going straight to export. Obviously, if they're on this line, then they're either going to cycle back through here. As if they, for example, let's say they've got something from this warehouse, then they're either going to cycle back through here or come straight up here, depending on which of those is actually faster. Garbage is apparently still a bit of an issue. No, it's not. They're already there. So now the trucks can get out. That's good. And they can go anywhere they want. I'm not sure why they're using that instead of this. That's kind of pointless. Probably because that's an actual highway ramp, so we'll downgrade that to an off-ramp. That should at least theoretically make this road a little bit more enticing, because that's the way they should be going. But yeah, I do think that was a legitimately good idea. You getting your stuff from somewhere? Ah, we may have an issue that they can no longer get raw materials because this node isn't far enough back. That is entirely possible. That could also be an issue here. Oh, there's a second node already right there. That's going to have to come up, otherwise that's just going to look wrong. So now they should be able to... yeah. We need to rework this. That just looks very, very wrong. We will just keep this as a little bridge. Yeah, no, that looks much more reasonable. That doesn't, but we can change that. Up you go. Yeah, now that's a road. Do that up there. I'll turn that off. Are they getting raw materials from anywhere? No, they're not. So why? This is all zonable area, so shouldn't be any problem. What do they need? Oil, so they can make petroleum. And oil is not exactly something that's in Oh, you know what? The freight trucks are probably all in use. That's probably the issue. Yeah, except for here, because this one's set to fill. You know, you could put in a request over there. They do actually have oil. Ah, that's not so bad. I mean, basically nobody here has any customers for their products anymore because it's just all, um, yeah, it's just we're just in an overproduction state basically, with everything. Probably going to end up the same issue up here eventually. Once our oil trucks get back and start bringing oil in here. Yeah, I mean this thing is set to empty and it's got 368, almost 400 barrels of oil in it, and they're actually trying to get rid of their oil. So, but traffic is, yeah, that appears mostly sorted just by allowing them to get off to the right. We could even consider allowing them to cross lanes again now. Probably can't do that because traffic manager's set up there. Yeah, that's the issue there. Do we want to undo the entire traffic manager setup just to make sure we have the lanes we need? Probably would make sense because then they don't all have to take this long pilgrimage down there. So we're actually going to do that, as risky as it may seem. I'm going to go in and undo all of that traffic manager setup and see if we can't just do it with lane management, with just straight up dedicated turning lanes everywhere. That's not actually going to work. Oh, we'll see how that works. I get a feeling that's going to gum up real fast. Why would someone here want to go that way? They probably wouldn't. In fact, we can use a 3-lane asymmetrical here. Because again, the chance of someone here wanting to go that way is like 0. So 3-lane asymmetrical. That would be that one. No, that's the way we wanted it. Set up our turning lanes. So, well, I mean, yeah, I mean, we could leave this going both ways because it just flat out doesn't matter. Because nobody's going to want to actually turn left here. At least they shouldn't. But, you know what? We can set up traffic manager anyway. Back here we just set up only dedicated turning lanes. Yeah, that's fine. So that seems to be working. That seems to be working. That seems to... Oh, wow. Really? says 74%. That means they're probably all just in here gumming everything up right now, right? Not necessarily, but there are some issues back in here that we're probably going to want to take a look at sooner. Who put that traffic light there? That was fail number 1. And now they can just speed through, so that's more likely than not solved. Excellent. Oh yeah, that just cleared that right up, didn't it? That's still a bit goofy. I wonder if it would make sense to only allow people coming from here that way. What would happen then is that these people would then... yeah, they'd come up through here and then get on their... I've got an idea. I don't know. It's actually not that bad. I mean, it's not even getting to the crosswalk despite being relatively heavily used. So I mean, as to the next intersection, it's not really backing up. So, nah, we'll leave that for the time being. Don't see any major problems there. Roundabouts obviously are always going to be a little bit dependent on what exactly is flowing on them. Doesn't look too bad though. Getting some minor gumming up here, but also nothing too horrendous yet, at least. We may, however, want to see if there's like a node we can move here. Oh yeah, it's because there's 2 nodes so close to each other. Now we can move this one back a little bit. And that should improve flow there a little bit. And of course there's this. The question is, why are they only ever using one lane to get onto the roundabout? Oh, no, not move it, mod, please. What have we got coming out this way? That's almost... it's barely any going down here. It's almost all people trying to go straight over here. So what we may want to do is actually bypass this roundabout. Just give traffic that's going straight on just 2 lanes, one on each side, to just go zzz, zzz, and just fly and just bypass the roundabout entirely. That might be the solution we're going to want there. Might also be the most practical solution. Up here, yeah, this is just super heavy flow. Not really too much we can do about that, except maybe like a slip lane over here. That would be the only real possible solution. In fact, that would be a solution now that I think about it. It's going to cost a few houses though. Yes, I know the space is already occupied. Oh, and this will even go in without anarchy? That's nice. But now we definitely need to... I think we have a... We need a 2-lane road. No, we don't really need a 2-lane road going up. We want one. Do we have 2 and 3? Yes, we do, but I think that was this sucker, wasn't it? But for that short stretch, we could actually afford to do it. Extend it just a little bit. Flip it around the right way. What, this only... Can I not turn this around? What's going on here? That's kind of pointless, isn't it? Okay, then we'll do this. Ah, now it did it. Okay. I was just about to say, okay, if you don't want to do it this way, then we'll do it the hard way. But the game realized that I'm really not the kind of person to screw with. Obviously, they all go here. Don't want anybody turning around. I think they still have another node on the way there, don't they? No, they don't. That's actually the last node they have. So actually what needs to happen is that anyone who's in the green lane also needs to be able to come over here. Yeah, so basically they can't switch. Exactly. You come off the roundabout from here, you have to already pick your lane. You come off from here, you can still switch here. Everybody here just has to go straight. That should work reasonably well. I'm not really a fan of that chunk there, but I think that could be the solution. Well, really? Can it get a little bit more unrealistic, please? Well, actually, the angle wasn't half bad. We'll just move it down. And what we'll do, just so that they actually prioritize using this road, we'll actually remove speed limits from this road. And of course we'll remove the traffic light. Good old completely pointless traffic lights. And can we get a small section of 2-lane in there just for them to jump off? Just like one shot right in here. We'd have to connect, we'd have to create a second node in there. We can create a node, that's not a problem, but that's kind of something I was actually hoping to not have to do. Slope too steep. We'll anarchy it in. Again, it's all about this node. Nothing else actually matters here. It's all about throwing in 3-lane? No, 2-lane highway. It's all about throwing in that extra turning off lane. Which we shouldn't really have to do management on in any way, shape, or form. It's obviously not going to help much, but if it helps a little, that's already at least something. But yeah, all of this traffic. Let's see where all this is going. If that's not something we can still control somehow. Some of them are turning around. That's something we can control. And we do have a turning around lane here, so, and we have one here. So that said, we don't have an actual turning around lane here, so that might not be a bad idea. But then the whole bulk of it just goes in here, and that's industry traffic and everything. Although the industry traffic isn't actually that bad, that's just the commercial traffic. So, and then a lot of it flows off in this direction as well. It's actually not really that horrific. It's just such high flow that this such a high amount that this roundabout is actually still not enough. That's basically what's going on. But we are back, we're up to 76, 77%, so it's still not terrible. But what we could also do, for example, is give them a way to ignore the roundabout as well. So that the roundabout really is only for people coming from here going there, and for people coming from here going there. In fact, might even make sense to take the roundabout out completely and do our own off-ramp bundles. Just like with a bundle of 3 going this way, one there, one there, one there, and a bundle of 1, 2, 3 coming in this way. That might even be more effective than a roundabout. But that's something I'm going to have to mentally sketch out before we even start thinking about actually implementing it. What's the story back here? Oh, this is a bit horrendous. Likely as a result of them all wanting to go one way, right? Yeah, it's just a flat-out capacity issue. They all want to go that way. But as soon as the road clears up, they can, so it's not that bad, but yeah, also something that we may actually have to take a look at, whether we want to or not. Before this, because when we start building more industry, this is obviously going to start gumming up more and more. And if it's already gumming up now, then that's not really a good sign for the future. Here we still have that double off-ramp issue that we were still considering doing. Still not really a fan of this either. In fact, why should... Oh, you know what's... Yeah, it's a lot of people coming this way to get into that industry area, and I think we can actually completely forgo that just by... by also extending another. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? There we are. Just come up through here. Like from here or so. Exactly, just come up here. Let's turn that off for this. Perfect. And now we just come in here and tell those offices to go take a hike. And we'll give them a bridge. Otherwise, this is going to become a problem sooner rather than later. Yeah, we've immediately already got some traffic coming in on here. Now they're using this to get... Okay, but that's actually not too bad. Except that it's causing this to gum up again. Although part of that is also, once again, pedestrians, so... Go, go, avant-garde bridge builder. Destroyer of industry and offices. And exactly, we need dedicated turning lanes here. In fact, that needs to be a 3-lane asymmetrical road. Starting to sound like Biffism bingo. 3-lane asymmetrical road, turning lanes. That's the way we want it, yeah. Oh, that's right, they can only get out in one way anyway, so that's completely pointless to have a 3-lane road there. That was absolutely pointless. Just like completely, totally, and utterly, but oh shit, the problem is that everybody actually wants to go over there. Ooh. So pop in another bridge before the industry gets stupid ideas again. And here it's not really doing much better. Here we can do with the 3-lane asymmetrical so that they can come off in both directions. In fact, we can do with 3-lane asymmetricals. And now, we take our traffic manager. Obviously, we knock out anarchy again, and now dedicated turning lanes for everyone. And that, with a bit of luck, might degum it a little bit. Oh, we don't want pedestrians crossing here. That's bullshit. And because of pedestrians, we'll actually throw in another one of these. Oh yeah, but that's working much better now. Now that everybody can go where they want to go without having to wait for everybody else. Getting a little bit of backing up in here, but every time this clears up a little bit, that problem basically solves itself. In fact, you know what we can do? We can set special lane arrows here. That doesn't have a lane arrow. That's the lane to turn left, but not a lane to go straight. And so there's no real Okay. You want to do it that way? We'll do it my way. I thought I just banned all of those. Chat's been out probably for about 15 minutes or so. Sorry about that. Anyone here? Yes, hello, lone follower. So, and yeah, but now that's actually working much better now, so we'll just be done with it. Can anything even still zone in there? Yeah, we can still get an office in there somehow. Do we want to lower those? Nah, come on. Doesn't matter. We'll leave. Well, yeah, they are still unreasonably high, aren't they? There, much better. Now it looks like something that somebody might actually ride their bicycle up instead of pushing it. That one took a long stretch over there, didn't it? It looks nice, actually. So, how is our traffic overall looking? 76%. This is now one of our gummy bunnies. Why? I think there are just too many nodes too close together here, aren't there? Yeah, because that turns into a 4-lane again. So what we'll do, we'll see if we can't move the second node here a little bit further back. Well, that solves that, doesn't it? It's just so much easier when the distance you have to turn is less than half a meter. It makes it possible to do it while the vehicle is still moving. And yeah, damn, that just totally unblocked that. Problem immediately solved. Problem, yeah, immediately caused somewhere else. Oh shit, what the hell's going on here? Which road? Here it's also still a bit of an issue, but not anything destructive, super destructive. This seems to be doing its job for the most part. At least keeping some of these people from coming out over here and gumming that up. Now, most of this is now looks to be traffic that's going through. Yeah, so this is, well, this is, yeah, it's still heavily used, but it doesn't really gum up anymore. We may, you know what makes sense? We'll actually leave this section also as 4-lane. Just completely, yeah, why even make a merge just so they can unmerge one node later? That's kind of pointless. And that should allow that to then just flow through. Yep. Now that should be completely sorted. But unfortunately that means that all of these trucks can now try to come in through here, and yeah, now we're screwed again. You know what we can do? Let's see if we can't... Oh, that's actually the issue. Nobody wants to come off right, everybody wants to go left. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll see if turning that into a 3-lane doesn't actually help. 1 going right and 2 going left. Can we... Well, you know what, we'll just re-bridge it afterwards. So how does it now set that up? Two left, 1 right, exactly. That one obviously is... They have no turning lanes here, exactly. They also have no turning lanes here. Let's see if that doesn't help them flow out a little bit better. And since they're using 2 lanes now to get out, yeah, I think that basically is a big resounding yes. So let's see if that clears up in the next like 5 minutes, or at least starts to clear up. That said, what that's probably going to do is it's probably going to start causing us issues then back here somewhere, so we're far from done. But if nothing else, they're getting out faster. Is there a traffic light there? No, or? No light. Let's make sure our junction restrictions are set up proper in here. Yeah, they need to flow through and they can pick their lane. Everyone can pick their lane. And from here on, it's actually not so much of a problem. Yeah, you can definitely pick your lanes. That's kind of the whole point. Why are you guys coming out into the outer lane just to remerge? That's pointless. Or does this need to be an 8-lane road just so you guys can... That might actually be... Yeah, because they think it's 2 lanes for turn... No, they don't think it's 2 lanes for turning off. They're doing it just fine. Yeah, so now we've got the exfiltration here more or less sorted. We need to figure out how to get them to keep moving down here instead of getting in each other's ways. Well, you know what? That may actually be a result of just all these vehicles still stand out with the old pathfinding. So we'll wait for a few minutes until the next round of vehicles comes through. That'll probably make more sense. So, hey, cool. Those are the kind of numbers we actually want to see. Do we want all the cars going here? They're headed up here. So then they're headed here. The question is, how many? Quite a few of them are actually then still going to be headed back into here, though. Let's see what our traffic routing is like here. Actually, we wanted the road, not the vehicle specifically. The traffic going that way is... Now all the traffic going that way is headed up here to the highway in some way, shape, or form. Almost none of it. Wait a sec, are they actually... Oh my god, seriously? If I'm seeing this right, they're heading out here over here. Back into here. And at least some of them are then using that entire stretch to turn around instead of just turning around here for some reason. That's curious. So would it make sense? I'm gonna try something. Probably not gonna work, but let's just see. Built it a little bit too far. Let's see if that doesn't help them get in and out a little bit. That said, it might just make sense to finally upgrade to 4-lane roads down here. That could very easily be part of the solution. I think the biggest problem is actually they have to wait for the next one to turn around. The idea I have right now is to maybe just add a line that'll hang. Yeah, that'll probably be the best way to do that. There. That's what we need to do. In fact, you know what? We will extend this still over here because I may have another plan for that. But what we need now primarily is a road going off this way and down. And down further than the other one. Because we actually have to get under that. Well, that immediately started to get used, so that kind of says everything, don't it? One lane for you, one lane for you, and one lane for you. That didn't even take more than a few seconds for. Neither did that one. So those may have been exactly the solutions we want. Just get the industry traffic back to where it needs to go just fast without having to worry about and gum up all of this. And it also saves us a lot of the people turning around and getting in other people's ways when a new ship comes in, which was what we had a few seconds ago still. So I think it's still saying 76%, of course, because obviously a lot of this is still heavily used, but I think we are really on the way to this just working. How's our other industry area doing? Oh my god. This is almost like residential traffic now. Yeah, so our fixes out here definitely worked. And that's good, because that means that now that we know that these did work, now we can start working on zoning some standard oil-based industry out in here as well. And just to make this a large, yeah, oil industry. Excellent, excellent, excellent. But all of them now are having a problem with not enough workers. And it's not necessary. No, not enough buyers for products. Not enough buy. That's commercial, isn't it? Oh no, that's industry. So what that means is that either A, they're having a problem getting in here, which, yeah, it doesn't actually seem to be the case anymore. That actually seems to be doing really nicely now. At least, especially compared to before. Or we simply don't have enough commercial. I'm tending towards number 2, because we also have overeducated workers. Yeah, we basically need more commercial zones. And we also have demand for commercial zones and for industry, so yeah. I think that's what we're going to need to start working on next. Why is the watch it mod not on as standard? Oh, is that the... No, that wasn't the error that we got. Okay, so that's no place for goods. Exactly. We have a lot of overproduction. We have 3 landfills full. That is hopefully those 3 cemeteries. 1, 2, because we don't even have any actual landfills, so that should actually be the cemeteries. Well, let's just go for a white overlay. Any white overlay. That's 1. That's 2. And that's 3. We now have 3 full cemeteries. That means we can now also build the Lazarette Plaza. That was one of those things we were waiting for. What's the story on crematorium availability? Crematorium availability is excellent. So yeah, we can start emptying these cemeteries. Without causing too much of an issue. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Because again, that unlocks us the... I think that was like a level 3 or 4. Where was it? This one I think it was. No Fountain of Life and Death. Friendly Neighborhood Park. Well, we have the Lazarette Plaza unlocked. That's what we need to know. That's the festival stuff. Although I would kind of like to know which one. There it is. There. Yeah, that's the one. So need more industrial zone. We're going to build more industrial zone. But for today, we are actually basically out of time, if I'm not completely mistaken. Yes, we are. Only 3 minutes over, but we are over. So take a quick last look. That's back down to 74%. Again, we may do our own special bundling here. We may even do that over here as well. Because those roundabouts, while theoretically excellent, are causing a problem. This is also now starting to cause a problem. We still have more to worry about with our traffic, so we're far from done. What are these abandoned buildings? Why are they abandoned? Abandoned because of no one was buying their products. Okay, so yeah, the whole we have too much industry thing. Okay, but we know where our problems lie. I'm just assuming a cop is coming by there. So, do we not have cops over here? They're like right on the other side of the road. Oh, but they may not be able. That might be the issue. That the police just flat out aren't able to get there easily. Let's see what happens if we move that to here. think that should significantly improve our coverage. And what's the story on fire coverage? Yeah, that's okay for the most part. So that actually means, haha, we can toss in another barracks over here. And we will do that. No, we won't throw in a barracks. I think we don't have a maintenance building yet, do we? Nor do we have room for one. We'll see if we can't throw one more barracks in there. Yeah, that'll still fit. And we'll throw maintenance off in this direction. Wrong road. Totally the wrong road. And off in this direction. And we'll just throw a few more maintenance buildings in back here because we don't have any yet. How many barracks do we have anyway? We may as well count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 21 barracks. Yeah, that's more than enough. Definitely more than enough. Now we're just going to toss the maintenance buildings in to add a bit more efficiency. A bit more storage for all of the stuff that we can't sell yet. This is where it starts to look a little bit wow. Then again, large office park. And then when we throw some actual zoned industry back in there as well, I think that should work just fine. And that's actually what we're going to do now. Just throw actual zoned industry in the entire area now. No offices. Actual oil industry. Oh, that's right. That means we have to create a district. We do have a district. That's a district? Yeah, that's a district. Set an industry specialization to oil. So all the normal industry that comes in here will then be... Whoa! Forgot water. Umbrella Corporation, you betrayed us once again. Yeah, excellent. And then we get some buildings like this. So it's still all nice and oil themed. This should all work just fine. Okay, so with that, I think episode 16 is basically over. I really want a better solution for that. That's really starting to annoy me. So, we're actually going to toss another incinerator up here. Oh, trust me, that incinerator has room. There. Now, go get that trash. Once around the roundabout. Coming out. Oh, no, the trash is gone already. But yeah, that's basically the kind of speed that we want them to be able to react with. So, now that we've basically finished setting up our oil industry that we started last episode. Oh, and now we're getting our traffic back. So this is where we're going to be able to start seeing whether or not all of this actually works in any way, shape, or form. I think we're going to be fine. We'll find out tomorrow. So, with that, if you like what you've seen, please feel to follow me on Twitch or like and subscribe on YouTube. You guys have been great. I've been Zerb, and I'll be back tomorrow. Cheers!